Hey guys, what's going on? I'm right here. I just got in, but I just lit the fire. I gotta go get my earbuds real quick, okay? Y'all gonna have to check out the fire for a few minutes while I run and grab them. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. Hey guys, what's going on? Hold on, let me plug these in. I hope I don't mess y'all up. I know I should have done this sooner, but back in, so I hadn't had a chance. How y'all doing? We've been searching all day for a case. I got some videos that are loading right now for a teenager that's been missing for about 5 years. We in the volunteer fire department, some other people, I got to meet the chief and he gave me some shirts and stuff. It was cool. We searched majority of the whole entire day. It was so hot though, but we did good. We just knocked off at like 5:15. We couldn't go no more. Ruby was tired, so we knocked off. But remember, I just wanted to come on for a minute, guys. It's about 11 o'clock at night. It's a little late to do fire chat, but I lit the fire just so I could give y'all fire chat tonight. I want to talk a little bit about Sebastian Rogers and the videos and the new whatever. That's nothing new, but you know, it's just same old lies. But in my opinion, allegedly, right? Allegedly, these are my opinions, my thoughts, my theories, my speculations, not to reflect the channel. Y'all's comments, y'all's and y'all's alone, not to reflect the channel. We do our research together because we got big hearts and we're a little family. And I love it. And I love each and every one of you guys. Me and Ruby appreciate y'all every day, more than y'all know. And trigger warning times 100 million. You know, as I was searching today, I played some of that over and over again just to kind of understand where they were at and what they were saying and things of that nature. And just to listen to these jackasses, excuse my language, try to put out that a video that's been vetted by, I guess their PI is better than the FBI, the Secret Service, local and state and federal law enforcement, and all the other law enforcement that he always says are involved, right? We know that all these forces have said, that's nothing. Nothing burger. It's a man walking his little dog that he does it every night between midnight and 3 a.m. He lives right next to the construction site. So I'm sorry, guys. Y'all live in that neighborhood. So if you really feel like you need to know something, go down there and ring the man's doorbell, which I'm sure you've already done already. You'll be trying to enhance a new video soon from his house or wherever that camera came from. I just know y'all are gonna do some shit like that, but it's okay. We already know. Y'all can't hide anymore. Y'all ran out of camouflage. Y'all's chameleon ain't changing colors no more. Y'all shouldn't have got rid of that boy Snake and come back and haunt you, right? I feel that, you know, Sebastian, this is a really sad situation because it's just these two. I think I've figured it out as far as I don't think they would have involved anybody to bring them down. I don't think nobody was dumb enough to help them, right? So somehow, some way, the only one that doesn't have an alibi for that evening and that weekend alone is only Christopher Prophet. And of course, I remember in the very beginning that he was pretty much vetted on day one of their first interview after a week. But they only spoke because that was court date in New Mexico supposed to be, and he had to make an appearance and Try to be Mr. Oh yeah, it's nothing. I wish it was something. But now, y'all got a video that's been debunked and you're saying, it's something. Y'all make no sense, man. Y'all make no sense. I cannot believe y'all are really this. I don't even want to say the word, but y'all know what I'm getting at. I cannot believe that y'all are doing this. This is, oh man. Oh man. It's not good. I think they've played their last cards. They have no cards left to play. They got nothing left to do or say. They couldn't even wear green on the year anniversary of their damn son and stepson, right? They couldn't even wear green. Katie, you couldn't even wear green for your child, but yet you get up there and lie with your rosy red cheeks. I mean, really? Quit eating and drinking all that coffee before you go on and maybe your cheeks won't be so red. Really? Quit eating all them donuts. I mean, my gosh. I bet she ate a dozen before she came on. All that sugar just got her cheeks red. Where's Sebastian? That's what I want to know. You know, no, I really want to know is that one question, right, that everybody wants to know, which is what did he accuse you of? Mr. Stinky Ass. I mean, you know, what did he accuse you of? Mr. Abusive? Mr. I like to beat on kids with autism? Make you feel like a man, right? Why don't you beat on somebody that don't have it, right? How about name a time, a place, ain't that right? Isn't that what he always says? You know, when you can take a military man and he can turn around after he's supposed to fight for our country and abuse a autistic child. Whoo, boy. I don't know how Seth has held it together this long. I don't know how he hasn't. I don't know. I won't even go there. But I don't know how he's done it. I really don't. Because he's got the seed piercer. He knows what went on in that house. He knows the answer to the question we want to know. And man, oh man, I wonder what it is. Because I know it ain't going to be no belt. No way. Plus, I mean, anyway, that thing is that I don't know how they allowed it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that now thinking about it, I'm pretty sure they kicked him out of that house. I think he's lying. I don't think that, we can't trust anything he says, right? Everybody's already vetted it. I mean, the Lord Lodge, such a huge channel. Like, he really gets some good information, and he tries to vet everything. And like he's clearly said from pretty much day one of, you know, it's nothing he says is correct. And it's just, man, I'm waiting on some public records requests that I did to come in, and they still haven't got here, which has been a while, but, you know, New Mexico might be slow. I'm trying to get some information to really go with my point of, you know, was he really supposed to test? I know some people say, no, it's been said that he wasn't, and it may be the case, but I don't know why that was said in the beginning. I mean, we need to double check that out, right, guys? That's kind of how I say it. We're going to lose our fire already? We better not. Hold on. But, you know, the thing is that it's a little late for a fire, but never late for a fire, right? I'll get y'all a fire. I know y'all like the fire. You know, the thing is here to me in this situation is the more we search, the more we push, the more we go on, the more we find zero. And knowing, you know, they're sitting here saying law enforcement has zero, but on the other hand, law enforcement saying they can't release what they have. So we know they got something. We know that the heat is on those two stinky feet's ass, right? And I hope it is. I hope that heat's so far on the ass that they're sweating when they're sleeping. You know, that's what I hope. I think that they're at the end. They're in the end of their rope. I mean, they got nothing. This is all they got. You paid $15,000, $20,000 for a debunked video to be published by a guy. I mean, really? Is that all you got for that much money? I mean, the thing is that he's only viewing what law enforcement done debunk. How come he ain't putting the flashlight video up there trying to show about it, right? Think about them apples. He's not doing that because he can't, right? There's no way to debunk that one, right? It is flashlights. So what are you going to come out and say? It's aliens? Or what? I'm waiting for the next one. I mean, I'm sure that they're saying there's a figure hiding behind a car when it's not. I think what that is the pausing. You know how some cameras will go for a little bit and then they kind of pause, flash, and then they keep going like they'll shut down for a second or two or three or four. Well, what happened was he just kind of passed in that little flash second, and then when the camera came back to pick him up, he was a little bit further than he was before. If you look at it, right, it's like he was here 1 second and here a couple of seconds later, right, it bounced, right. The camera kind of, I guess, like sometimes they'll roll like that, especially if it's starting over to record over older footage. It'll pause for a second and then skip and then start. And that's what it was. I mean, it's the same guy with the dog. There's not two people in that video, unless Spider-Man's crawling around out there, and I don't think Spider-Man was out there. So, I don't see that. I just don't. I just feel like it's more or less, it's hilarious in a way, because what else do they got? What are they going to come with next? Another debunked video? It's getting old. Like this, we'd rather just not hear from you at all. You don't care anyway. You're not out here begging for him or searching for him. You're just sitting around eating. That's all y'all doing. I mean, y'all both gonna be $1.350 pretty soon. If y'all don't calm down a little bit, maybe go exercise and look for your son. How about that? Maybe that'd be a good thing to do, right? Instead of, using this hand to exercise only, like get out there and walk around a little bit. Take them little mutts y'all got and go walk them around, right? Those little chihuahua, what do they got? They got some little dogs or something, but I don't know. I'm just so frustrated with these people that, it's like, it frustrates me, because they could be out there searching. They could be out there, calling his name, or they could have been begging for this child on camera, right? And they didn't do this, guys. It's truly came to a point to where they are back so far in the corner, they got nowhere to go. And I'm loving every minute of it. Did you see Christopher in that video? Staring at the tile floor, the carpet squares, counting probably the fibers on the carpet, thinking about nachos while he's doing it. Or a steak from the roadhouse. But you're not worried about your stepson, right? No. But we're all worried about what he accused you of. That's what we're worried about. Because we all want justice for this young man, and y'all don't. That's the sad part. His own mother, his own blood. It's crazy. She aborts too. God bless those poor little angels. I mean, they're in heaven before they even had a chance to breathe air, right? That's sad. I mean, out of the 3 kids she's had, she got none. I mean, I don't know how that sounds to y'all, but it don't sound too good to me. She better watch out for these new abortion laws. Trigger warning. I don't mean to say that. I'm just playing, but you know what I mean, guys. I'm so beat from today. That sun got me. But hey, I got some fire department shirts. It was kind of cool with some volunteer fire department. We did a little sponsoring over there for them, and they kind of, orchestrated all this. That teenager that we were searching for, Jeremy Rodriguez, is it's a sad story, because I hate to change the subject, but I just want to go real quick with it. So when y'all see the videos, I don't wonder what's going on. But, it's a weird story, because he got into an argument with his mom and his dad, and he took off walking the dog. But then the dog comes back dragging the leash later on and no him. So something happened. And he's never been found. Not a peep of him. Nothing. So it was the 5-year anniversary, February, I believe February 20th was the 5-year anniversary. They just celebrated it like 2 days ago. Did something about it 2 days ago. It was on the news and some other things. And, he's been missing 5 years. And I think that we have to, it's really, really close to home for me. Within 10 miles, put it that way. Well, about 17 miles. But still, all in all, it was close to home. So I knew I needed to jump on it and help. I knew the fire chief. I knew some other people I'm friends with. And so they had asked me to come out and bring Ruby, so we did. And we got some pretty good footage. It just got so hot that I just had to kind of, I wasn't able to film so much because there's some people there, other people there, some people didn't want to be on camera. And so, how it is sometimes. But we were able to get a lot on our own. when we were moving with the drone, we were able to get a lot of, I got, I think, a 20-minute one and then like a 7 or 8-minute one. So I got a little bit of footage for y'all guys. Not a whole lot. I got some other ones that I need to go through. And then I have some fire chats from a couple nights ago I still need to load. But anyway, back to Sebastian. It's these 3 cases that we're going to do tomorrow. I got a video I'm going to drop tomorrow on all 3 of them. Sebastian Rogers, Summer Wells, and Stephanie Darman. They're all CPS involved. They're all but, yeah, there was one, Sebastian's the only one that have a step parent involved. So it's just similarities are the same with the CPS and all that stuff and the abuse and the difference is that Sebastian had autism and that, he makes him more special and he did not need or deserve to be punished the way he was. I feel like trying to figure out, I talked to a friend of mine that's a counselor, just asked her a couple of questions about what would make an autistic child not tell his biological father on a weekend that he was, what was going on. He was able to tell him that he didn't want to go back, but he wasn't able to tell him why. And she said it's because the fear that he had, that she was probably threatening him with everything he had, that if he would tell, it would probably be bad consequence. There's no telling what they told this child. I mean, we know what they were doing to him, so they were locking him in a cage pretty much, putting diapers on him and locking him in a cage. I really wonder how much they left this child at home while they went and ate and while they did their stuff, because they really like ice cream, remember? I don't think, they talked about it so much, like the ice cream and, we know they like steaks and barbecue, and I guess they would just put him in his room and then just go eat and come back, because Sebastian looks so skinny for a 15-year-old boy. And I don't know about autism. I don't know if that keeps you thinner. I really don't know that. But, if it to be true that the medicine that he's on makes him hungry, then you would think he would be a little bit more stocky and bigger. But, look at Seth. Seth is good size. But even under, Seth being a little overweight, he's still stocky. You see what I'm saying? Like his arms are still bigger. And Sebastian hadn't grown into that yet. But it's like, was he even allowed to eat what he wanted to? I don't even know. I feel so bad for this child. I don't even think he was able to eat when he was hungry. It was probably just whenever she made food, that was it, right? And then poor Sebastian probably had to go to his room while she went in there and raided the pantry and sat in there on the floor and probably just Cheeto after Cheeto after Cheeto, right? That's probably what she did while he was already in his room laying down. She'd probably sneak off in there and eat all the snacks, and then Chris would blame him and she'd be the one eating them. I bet you I could see her putting a box of goldfish away. Not the packs. I'm talking a box, dude. I could see her sitting in there on the floor in that pantry just shoveling it in. With a little wine going on. Oh, man. I don't mean to be that way, but God dang it, these people piss me the hell off because they know the answers. They hold the answers to this. I mean, everybody's clearly said that from day one, pretty much, that they hold the answers. And I believe that. I truly do now. I can finally say I believe that they, after watching it, I really thought, okay, she's going to come out here and switch to public opinion, and she's going to beg for this child. That's what I really thought she was going to do. Not come out here and close her eyes like Mary Poppins and Tinkerbell. We named her Tinkerbell. We did a good job of that because, she really did close her eyes and flutter her eyes and flush her cheeks and, all that good stuff, right? I don't know. And those fake tears, my gosh, come up with, at least smack yourself in the face or something. Tell him to pause it or something. If you're going to cry, cry. Don't fake tear it. Would you have, onion in your fingers or something where you could just hold the onions up and make your eyes water? I don't know what you did. No idea, but that wasn't real tears. I'm sorry. That was not real tears. Especially not for a mother. You look at Riley Strand's mom, that's real tears. Right? That's real tears. You look at Jay Slater's mom, that's real tears. Monkey Vaughn, that's real tears. But when you look at Katie, Candace, I think they're sisters, but Katie and Candace, they ain't got nothing. That's fake as shit, right? And then you look at Don and Christopher, they're the same. They're like, I think they're brothers. I think they're hillbilly brothers from the backwoods. And there ain't no telling. It seems like the Proudfoots are related to a lot of different people around there, like a bunch of them hillbillies, right? And who knows? He's probably related to Katie too. I'm sure Chris is somehow related to her, and he's married to her too. I don't know. There's something weird going on. Everybody's saying that they're related, that the Prophets are related to Don and Candace Wells. I don't know if that means by marriage, if it's the Stinky Socks, maybe it's that Terry. Yeah, because he does look like, he could be a Cletus, right? He could be their brother. He could be Candace's brother. You just call him Cletus. No, better yet, we'll call him Skater. Oh, man, no. I bet they've been on Deliverance a few times, too. Ain't no telling with them hillbillies. But they got some serious hate for people. They do. And they're pretty much evil people. We know that. They remind me of cockroaches. That's what I think of. When I see Katie, I think of a cockroach. Look at next time, you're gonna really laugh, and you're gonna be like, oh my God. Look at her face next time when she looks with them funny beady eyes like that, cross-eyed, like, like almost like she's turning windshield wipers on. She looked like a cockroach. She really does. And somebody needs to spray some Raid over there. Maybe we'll get the truth. I just don't see it. I don't see how. I wonder what law enforcement. I wonder what FBI's thinking right now after this. Watching them sit back there and say, like, this video, man, we're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch who it is, and we're gonna figure it out. And we're gonna bring him home. And he's not even in the damn video. Because why? Because the dogs didn't pick up no scent. So that is not him hiding behind that car. There's nobody hiding behind that car. It's a shadow. Man, oh man. I guess maybe FBI missed it and they're better than FBI. Maybe they're better than Secret Service. I don't know. Maybe they should be protecting the president. I don't know. I mean, truth. I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm just so tired, and I don't mean to be all delusional, guys. I'm just sleepy. And I wasn't even going to light that fire. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come on and do a fire chat because I really wanted to get some Sebastian Rogers off my head. I've been thinking about that kid all day. And it does. It's emotional to me. It does break me down. That's why, I kind of stayed away for 24 hours. It hurts. It hurts to think about it. Like, you get down there on that areas and you're searching for that child and you're thinking how his mom failed him. Like, his mom failed him bad. Like, she's been failing that child for 8 years, or however long Christopher's been in the picture. You'd have think she'd have learned after the essay, I got to get away from this man, but nope, she didn't. Because they're two peas in a pod. And they're going to be two peas in a cell. That's cool. I hope we put them in the same cell, right? That would be funny. You see who would fight over the food, right? That's my tray. They'd be wrestling in there over a biscuit and some cornbread. You gonna eat that cornbread? Y'all remember that from that show? We get that cornbread. Yeah, that'd be Chris. Give me that cornbread. Katie, give me that cornbread. Oh, man, that would be funny. Just give them one tray to share. Y'all married, we'll just give y'all one tray. We're going to cut down on expenses this month. We're going to give y'all one tray to share. Boy, oh boy, wouldn't that be something? It's... You know what I think should happen? And y'all going to think I'm crazy as hell, but think about this. If he could only be allowed to whatever he did to, like if CPS would say, okay, this is what you did to this child, so this is what's going to happen to you, right? And just allow, like Seth, to be able to do that, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, like just to show him what it feels like. That is mean. And then to find out that he called and asked when Seth gave him money, like, did Sebastian steal it? He's just looking for a reason to discipline that boy. That's what it is. Anything that he can find to discipline, that's what he's doing. Poor Sebastian, I bet he was terrified. No, my daddy gave me that money. I bet he felt, oh my, I can't imagine. It makes me angry. And then, what really got me, and I want to say, Seth, thank you so much. I know that had to be one of the probably the hardest thing you ever done. But sharing his voice with us on those voicemails, oh my God, man, I needed at least 3 boxes of Kleenex. And I'm not joking, literally. As soon as I heard him talking to Seth on that answer machine, it was just so cute and so sweet. I couldn't help it. I broke. And I was like, and that was right before I was going to do fire chat last night. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do the fire chat tonight. I can't. It broke me. It broke me down. Like, literally big time broke me down. And God, I don't know if y'all have heard him yet, but if you haven't heard him, please go over there and listen to him. Jennifer Coffin-Docker has him on her channel, and just to hear little Sebastian talking to Seth, oh my God, he just loved his daddy, and now I see it. I thank God. I wish he would have put these out in the beginning. It would have changed the tide in this whole thing. If he would have put these out in the first month, my God, he would have had an army. Oh my gosh. It would have been an unstoppable force. This case might already be solved. Because I know right now, people that heard that are now, even if they weren't on Seth's side before, they're on his side now. To hear little Sebastian's voice, I've always said it's a special child. I've told you that every time. He's a special child that captured America's hearts. And I'm telling you, that little child is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Just to hear him talk to his dad on a voicemail. And it makes the green tea nothing compared to what those voicemails were. And I know he only got through a few of them because it really crushed his heart, and I'm sure it did. I'm proud of him for doing it. I know it had to be hard. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. That was amazing that you let us hear that, because these are the things that keep people pushing. When you hear this, when you hear Sebastian leaving those voice messages, oh my God, it melts your heart. It does. It melted my heart. And it made me want to pick up and go last night and go search for this kid. That's how it made me feel. And it's special. It's special. And at least he has those. Please, God, said never, make sure you never delete those. You just need to go buy you a new phone right now and hide that one in a box, because that way it never gets deleted. Like, because sometimes accidents happen, right? And I've deleted stuff on accident before and didn't mean to, so I know it happens. But just whatever you do, don't delete those, because that's very special. And especially if that is the last, if that's the only voice you're ever going to hear of this young man, your son, it's please just save it. And when's the arrest coming? That's what I want to know. Somebody needs to tell me. I know the grand jury is meeting behind closed doors or whatever, supposedly, and I don't know if it's rumors or not. I know I'm hearing it from a lot of people and a lot of locals that they are doing this. And if they are doing this, then that means I know that DA is ready to prosecute. He is like ready to prosecute someone, and he already has someone in mind. And I think he actually has like 4 people in mind, but we'll see. We'll see. From what I'm hearing from the people I deal with over there, it looks like maybe going to be something really good soon. And I pray it is. I don't think it's going to bring Sebastian to the light. I don't think I think if they're arrested, they're not going to tell. I think they're going to pull a Suzanne Simpson's husband. I don't think they'll ever tell. I think they'll keep denying anything. That's what they're going to do. They're in denial. So they're going to deny everything. Deny, delay. That they're going to be the type of people like Brian Kohlberg. Because now Brian Kohlberg has autism, right? Which we know he doesn't. But he's dealt every card out, and he's crapping out with jokers now. He ain't got nothing left. He got nothing, guys. He knows he's caught. And this proves it 1,000%. And like I told y'all, what did I tell y'all? When everybody said, no, you're wrong. Even Dolly, my brother, even said, you're wrong, right? I told y'all, this dude's going to run out of cards, and he's going to, these two are going to do the same thing. They're going to try to delay and drag, and they're going to try to play this and that, but I just wonder who's going to rat on who once they get locked up in there. Because, clearly and truly, there's no sin of this young man outside that home. Which means he didn't take out that trash, like I've always said. If he'd have taken out that trash, the dogs would have hit the scent. And a lot of people laughed at me in the beginning, but I'm like, seriously, if he would have taken that trash out, they would have followed that scent, his scent, down the driveway to the trash can. And then they would have stopped, and they wouldn't have gone no further unless they picked up a scent somewhere else. But to have 0 scent, 0. But the prophets say they'd have scent, which we know they don't. Like, they're going against law. That's why I know they're not talking law enforcement. They're only dealing with lawyers. I think now, really, honestly, that after the first, I think whenever they started talking to the public, that's when they were done talking to TBI. Except for that one meeting. And I think that one meeting that they had after that, which was like a month. Remember Seth went down there and met Chris and Katie, and he said that's the first time they had spoke to him in 2 weeks. I think that's the last time Chris and Katie ever talked to TBI. I mean, or the Sumner County Sheriff. I don't think they've talked to him since then. I think they've just been lawyered up. They left town. They got away. They took a break instead of searching for Sebastian, and that did it. I think that was the last straw for the FBI and for everybody else looking at this case saying, look at these people. No parent leaves their child, especially not an autistic child. That is even in there saying he might not be able to find his way back home. And so it makes me wonder, we know how evil he was, right? The stepfather. Did he just take this kid randomly somewhere and drop him off, knowing he wouldn't find his way back home? I'm not saying like in a town or a city. I'm saying like out in the wilderness somewhere. Remember when that man kidnapped that girl and then didn't know what to do with her, so he bought her a tent and stuck her out in the woods and was going to just let her stay out there forever? And thank God they caught him. The FBI caught him due to his phone, and he led him to her, and she was still barely alive. Like, I'm wondering about these things, guys. This dude is not a very nice guy. He likes to beat on women and beat on kids more than women. I mean, that's horrible. Smacking a child with braces? Man, I don't understand. I don't understand. It's a bully. He's just a bully. He's just a bully. That's all he is. He's a coward and a bully. And he knows it. I don't even know. I don't even look at him as honoring from the military. To me, no. They're dishonorable. They should be discharged. This is, from what he did, I'm sending in emails to the military. I don't care. Somebody get mad at me if you want to. That, to me, is dishonorable discharge. When you're going to lay a hand on an autistic child after you served 20 years in the military, that's a dishonorable discharge. Sorry. You can't do that. That's a felony. It's against the law. So let's see how they take it. Because somebody's got to do it. And I hope somebody else is doing it too. I've asked about 20 people to do it. Please send an email along with me. Please send the emails into the military. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they bite. Let's see if they grab it. Because that's not right. And then the mom, I'm telling them, just look at these parents, right? That's what I told them. Look at these parents. Watch their statements. Watch how they talk. Watch what they say. Look at the CPS reports. And you tell me that's good for your military. Hell, I don't know. It might work. It might not, right? But it's worth sending in. And I don't know if other people have done it, but I pray to God they have. I'm asking everybody right now, everybody on this channel, start sending letters in or emails in to the military and to the Navy and see if you can get one person to bite. Right? That's what I say. Because there's nobody should be saluting that man after what he did to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. No way. No way. And her either. Her either. It's just, it's disgusting what they've done to this young man. I can't imagine what he felt every day. I just can't. Breaks my heart to think about it. Just like hearing his voice last night broke my heart too. I was happy for Seth that he has that. At least he has that, but it's still heartbreaking, guys. Sebastian's little innocent voice. Such a, oh my gosh. He wanted a shirt for picture day. It was just so sweet. Oh my gosh, it just melted me. I was just like, are you kidding me? I have 2 girls. I never had a boy. And so just to, see that and then hear him calling his daddy about that. He wanted nothing for picture day. I've been through it with my kids, right? I know they're like, picture day tomorrow. I need this. I need a new dress. I need a new, that's just how it was with them. But, it's like, it's special, right? It's a special thing to have those voicemails. I have all mine from my kids too, but it's something wonderful, right? Is that he has that. I know it's 2017 one of, doesn't matter when it was. He still has that. He can hold on to that, right? Seems like all Katie has is green tea, right? That's all she has. She doesn't have anything else because she never really took pictures of her son. So unless he had chocolate milk on his face or something, and I think that was more or less to be hateful. I really do. I'm sorry, but I do think that was to be hateful. And, I mean, we know they picked on this kid. They talk bad about him. And then for you to get up here and try to say, oh, he's smart. He's such a good kid. Yeah, really? And why weren't you saying that a year ago? And why weren't you wearing green on that interview? Both of those interviews. Y'all should have both had on green. Not pig fest. Really? It goes along with y'all, but I'm just saying, like, roll around in the mud a little bit. Yeah. Roll Tolly around a little. Get that cornbread. They just want that bacon. That's why he's wearing that. He's probably thinking about bacon the whole time he's on that show. Good old bacon sandwich about right now. Sound good. I'm sure that's what he was saying in his head, but he was scared as hell. Did y'all see that? Like, he didn't even know how to act. He asked for the biggest stage, right? We're going to go global. And you get your shot, and what do? You fumble. You fumble, you fumble, you fumble. And you fumble some more. And then you lie about a video. We're going to solve this. And you ain't solving shit until you tell the damn truth. If you tell the truth, we'll solve it. I guarantee if you tell the truth, we'll solve it. If Katie tells the truth, we'll solve this case. But we're not going to solve this case until Katie tells the truth. And I think everybody in freaking America knows that right now. And I hope that more keep jumping on. It's good to see fresh eyes. Like when I talk to those old guys at work and I show them a few clips and all this. And then the first thing he said, when I showed him that very first clip of Chronicles of Olivia, and I said, this is what, it took them like 7 days to talk, but this is their first conversation. And of course, he was laughing. I'm like, what do you, he said, dude, they're so full of shit. He said, they're lying out their teeth. They know what his child is. I was like, see, that's what I feel. He said, they know. He said, I'm old. I'm like 68 years old. I'm telling you right now, they know what his child is. And this is just an old man that never even watched true crime in his life. And I was just like, I had to physically make him listen. I was like, please listen, just listen a little longer, right? I just wanted him to hear it. Because I wanted him to hear that part where she said, I went over here, I went over there by the school, but it was too late, right? I wanted him to hear that. And to see what he would grab from it, right? Because I've always thought she was trying to say it was too late, right? And that's basically what he was saying, just a little bit different. But he was just like, yep, she knows. She knows it was too late. Because whatever happened before midnight. And I'm like, how do you even know that? He said, I'm telling you, whatever happened before midnight. He said, when I see that little thing up there in that corner that says FBI and all them say 25th last seen, that means he was last seen on 25th. That means that he wasn't seen on the 26th at all whatsoever. And with them saying no scent of him, that's why they're saying the 25th. Because if he'd have picked up a scent trail, then they would have said the 26th. But that's a slap in the face to them, because that when they changed that to 25th, y'all remember I told you how happy I was, and y'all probably thinking, no, it's not. It is a good thing, because that's putting all the heat on her. That means that whatever happened before midnight in that house. Which, remember, she was on the phone from 9:43 to 9:46 to midnight, right around midnight. What does that tell you? They think whatever happened to this child, I believe, happened after the roadhouse. I think they're on our same side on this, guys. I really do. And they're just trying to figure out where she exchanged this boy. That's what I think. I think they got her. I really do. But, once they can figure out that she passed him off to Christopher Proudfoot, that's what's really going to open the doors. And I think those pings of his truck, like he always tries to debunk everything that comes out, but hey, buddy, your shit pinged in that area on the 25th. So you make that make sense, buddy, because you're supposed to be in Memphis, which they've never confirmed that, and nobody's ever proven it. Law enforcement has never put out that you were, never. And Katie don't have she don't have an alibi anyway. She was the last one with him, so she's automatically, they're looking at her as guilty, probably. Something's gonna come down the chute. Justice for this young man is coming. I pray to God it's coming. Because Seth had said he's so happy and he felt so much better. But then they say what the heck was that? Sounded like a gunshot, guys. No joke. That is weird. Making Ruby bark. It sounded just like a gunshot. That is creepy. That's when you're out in the woods, right? It could have been somebody night hunting, though. Anyway, it's golly, it's something to grab onto as far as they know something, right? They do know something. And I'm going to tell you right now, I feel in my heart that it's not very far away, right? I got the cuffs hanging up over there on the thing, right? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be able to say, look, and write their names on. I'm going to write her name on one cuff and his name on the other cuff. And then I'm going to leave them up there until court. Because I do feel like they got to, right? It's become such a big thing that I think right now, I'm not going to say that a grand jury is meeting to do something about Sebastian going missing. I think they're going to start with the child neglect, the CPS, the abuse, the SA. I think they're gonna, because remember he has autism, so that makes it even stronger case, right? There's so much more laws to help Sebastian because he was autistic. So that a belt would be a felony, okay? Then we know there's more than one. So what was the last one that pretty much put the icing on the cake that was going to lock this man up, right? That's what I want to know, because, man, if that grand jury is meeting about them, they're going to get them for neglect for sure. And they're going to get them for the CPS. They're going to get both of them, because remember, Katie's names were on there. That came out of Seth's mouth. Katie's names were on those CPS reports. So I think it's on both of them. I hate to say it, but I do. I think some of them were on both of them. But I know the willingness check, whenever she had her mother around him, the grandma that wasn't supposed to be around him, that to me is bad enough in itself. But now if they can bring all those into one case, which they can, and because now what's going on in this case, they can bring them all in and just line them up. And just hit them for every one of them. Okay, 10 years for this one, 10 years for that one, 20 years for this one, 50 years for that one. All right, that's life. No parole. That's what I say. Lock them up and throw away the key. I mean, it's not going to bring Sebastian home, but has to be some form of justice. I mean, of course, I have faith. I know I know right now, I used to be at like 10% that this child was probably okay. Now I'm more at 30% that he might be put up, which is a little bit better than 10%. But the only one thing that's throwing me away from that is that they couldn't allow, but you got to remember, this kid in time with no medicine, no nothing, would have forgot a lot, right? I wonder how long it takes autistic children to forget, like mom, like how long would it take him to forget that, to where, say he was in Alaska, right? He turns 18 and he goes out and he's thinking these new people are his family. He don't know no better. And he's living on a homestead, right? Like, they would never know. I mean, we just know that Katie wanted to get, the only reason they wanted him out of that home is because of what the CPS was causing and what it was going to do for him. But the sad thing is Nina already had him. She'd already beat him in his own little town, that he's supposed to have so many people in his pocket. That's why I feel now, I know a lot of people said that. I don't think they have nobody in their pocket there now. They might have a little bit of help, but they ain't got enough to this. Because if he couldn't even beat Nina in his own town, he ain't going to be able to beat nobody in that town. They'll only beat Bullhorn Betty because It was just, I think, more or less, they used a couple of probably clips from that argument and shouting, and I guess they used that and thought, you can't shout at people. I get it, but it is free speech. But when you get into these cases and they get into your heart and you get face to face with somebody that you feel could have done something, of course you get angry. But this is why we have to say, okay, I'm not getting out of my car, because I know if I get out of my truck right now, something's bad going to happen, right? That's why you have to just say, okay, I'm taking a deep breath. I want to search for this kid. I don't want to end up in trouble. So, let's just go search and cool off, right? And that's what you got to do sometimes. And I know everybody wears their emotions differently. So, I can't, I'm not here to judge anyone like that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have done the same thing. I might have done even more. I don't know. I wasn't in that situation. I think I've been blessed that I haven't seen one of them, right? Because I don't know what would be, or if there would be a communication or a non-communication. I don't really know. I know that it would make me angry to see one of them and think that they know something and they're not saying something, right? Because what do they say? If you see something, say so. Okay, well then say something. Chris, Katie, say something. Say something to Sebastian at least. Don't be ask a theory and beat around the bush and not give an answer. Now Katie's just as guilty as him because she don't want to give answers. But you know what they do give answers to? That video that's been debunked. That was their focus. And when I told y'all this, I told y'all, and it backfired on them. Why? Because karma is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Karma come back and get your ass, and that's what it did to them. They let this thing out before their clips dropped, and what did it do? It ruined them. And then here you got a news station. They better go correct themselves. They look so bad right now. They're going against their own police and sheriff's offices. That news will never get nothing from them again if they don't correct this. They better go correct this right now. And they might have, and I haven't found it yet. But if y'all have known they had corrected, please let me know. But that news channel 4, they better go correct that. They better be like, okay, we didn't realize that they had completely debunked this thing. I'm so sorry. We should have never. They better backtrack. And if they do that, that even looks worse to them, because it already looks worse to them that it was already debunked before they did it. And that's why a lot of people didn't going to go watch that news channel, because that news channel is supporting the theory that their own police department and local law enforcement and FBI and everybody's already debunked that video. So that looked really bad to that news station, right? It did. I hate to say it, but it did, guys. It makes them look bad that they trusted this people. And I know they trusted them, but you can't trust them. They've proven that you can't trust them. They ran off and left after this kid went missing. And then they sit in a camper up there eating, mini-me tacos. I mean, and barbecue. Living their best life in the trailer, eating all day. And he didn't go back to work. They just sat around and cooked and ate every day. And it's like, he went back to go to work. No, he didn't. He went back to get away because he was tired of everybody breathing down his throat and everybody trying to ask him questions, and he didn't want to give answers because he was tired of lying. He didn't want to lie anymore. I don't know. I got to go. I'm so beat right now. It's midnight. I'm tired. The fire's burning down. Anyway, guys, I got like 6, 7 videos. I need to create thumbnails and load them. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but I will do it by tomorrow and get them loaded. I'll try to load this one tonight so y'all get a fire chat tonight. I know it's late. Most of y'all are in bed, but prayers always, guys, for Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. We got to find this kid. We got to find this kid. One way or another, we have to find it. We have to get answers. Those little recordings gave me a second boost of juice, and I'm ready to go searching. I don't care about the weather anymore. Hearing little Sebastian on that video, on those voice recordings, was just that special. And I knew this kid was special. And it does go along with what I've thought. He captured him. He's going to capture America's hearts more now with when you hear that. He will. It's just amazing. Thank you, Seth, for sharing that. I really appreciate that. I think that was a wonderful thing to do. I know it was hard, but it was a wonderful thing to do, to give us a shot at hearing Sebastian. I know he's calling you and he's talking to you, but it doesn't matter. It's something that we can say, okay, we can put this little cute face with the voice now, right? And that's what we needed to do. That big smile. I wanted to put a voice with that big smile besides green tea, because I wanted to see how he would communicate. This kid was smart. So, that's a wonderful thing. Anyway, guys, we love y'all, guys. We appreciate y'all so much. Remember, allegedly, these are just my opinions. Take it as a grain of salt. And justice for Sebastian Rogers. Justice for all missing and all voices. I got that 3-person special. Well, it's Sebastian, Summer Wells, and Stephanie Darman. I'm doing a video with all 3. I got to finish it tomorrow. And then I'll probably do it when we're out searching. I'll probably finish it and then load it up for y'all and get it posted. I got the search videos too I need to load up from the day. And I'll get all those loaded and get them posted as quick as I can. But we do appreciate y'all, guys. Thank y'all so much for everything. We love all y'all guys so much. And thank y'all for all y'all's wonderful support. We'll see y'all in the next one, guys. Remember, trigger warning times 100 million. Prayers for all the missing, all the runaways. They run for a reason. So, we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. All right, guys. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. I'm so tired I'm about to fall asleep. So, we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, guys. Justice for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. All right. We got to keep this young man in our prayers. We cannot let this die. We have to keep fighting. All right. Bye, guys.